Hello, my friends. I am testing this out. Please let me know in the chat if you are seeing this. This is my new thingy. I am Andrea Seabrook. I am here to talk a little bit about the news this morning. I'm testing out this new way of doing news, and it turns out I have 100 windows open with me talking. So I have to turn off all of the, oh my gosh, so many different things going on at the same time. Please hold 1 second. Hold the line, caller. Okay. I appear to have I appear to have crashed several things on my computer at the same time, but it's good to see everybody. Good morning. Uh, let's see. Let's see, maybe I need to turn the monitors off on my mic. Okay. That's all off. Let's see. If anybody knows where I could possibly be hearing myself from if I don't have, here we go. I think it's Twitch. I got rid of one. How is everybody this morning? There is a lot of news this morning. Uh, Most specifically, we have COVID numbers on the rise, and I'd be interested in hearing everybody's thoughts about that as soon as I can figure out why I can hear myself in my head. That is what I've been trying to say, so that I can hear myself, and what I need is a mix minus. Mini feed. Maybe it's that. No. There it is. I found me. Now, welcome. Good morning, everybody. I wasn't quite ready for the stream this morning, but here I am anyway. That is the thing that one has to do, right? The new world is iterative. It's exciting. You just go forward. My name is Andrea Seaver. Andrea Seabrook. It's good to see you. Elihu, who says, I see you. Yitze, hello. You like the majestic wave in my hair? Why, thank you. Are you talking about this wave or this wave? Contact LDG says Elihu, thank you very much. Carlo, hello. You don't need to Twitch. So basically, if you're watching this now, the differences between what I have been doing and now is that I'm now streaming to streaming to Facebook and Twitch and YouTube all at the same time. Now, I'm going to double check. Is this the mic that I'm using? I don't know. Things are a little bit messy here. Let me just double check which mic I have going on. This should work. Audio, mic. Yes, I think what we want is, yes, I needed to plug in my microphone, my new fancy microphone. This is it. It's an AKG Lyra, which I love. You're not hearing it right now, by the way. What you're hearing is the microphone on my computer. So, Let's see. I think I should just use this as a test right now. I'll probably go and unlist this. I can't even tell who's watching, how many people are watching, but if you are watching, this is going to be, I'm going to try out doing news in the morning in a way that my other friends on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, Twitch, all of the above can drop in a segment of news from Andrea Seabrook, news and analysis into for free, totally no copyright. Take it, do what you like. Have me, lip sync the news. Have you guys seen bad lip syncing? Oh my God, bad lip reading. That's what it is, which is hilarious. My favorite is the Yoda video, of course, about the seagulls. But let's do a real quick roundup of the news, just so that we can actually do this as a proof of concept. Also, I want you to know that today's stream is brought to you by Captain Trek. That's right, Captain Trek, my entree into the beautiful world of live casting. Well, live streaming. I've been doing live stuff for for quite a while. Few quick headlines. The United States reached 500,000 COVID-related deaths yesterday or the day before. That is a pretty dubious distinction for the United States. I've been listening a lot this morning to different news outlets talking about the fact that in the United States there have been a lot of questions about some of those COVID deaths. For example, I hear over and over again, oh, that person died in a motorcycle crash and then they discovered they had COVID, and so they attributed it to a COVID death. While these things do happen because there is no because the United States operates as a federalist society in a lot of ways, there's no federal control of things like death reporting. These instances are probably way lower than the number of people who die of COVID that we don't catch. Because they appear to have died from something else, at least in the beginning. These numbers are fuzzy. We don't know enough, really, to be able to report these numbers very well. In general, we'll be talking about this for at least 100 years, as we are still talking about the 1918 flu pandemic. We'll be continuing to talk about these numbers for a long time. At the same time, you should also know that in underdeveloped and developing countries, which, by the way, is most of the world, the numbers have been vastly underreported. And we now have variants of the novel, what was the novel coronavirus, coming out of places like Brazil, South Africa, that are skirting some immunities. Reinfection rates are going up. So it seems that the best epidemiologists are telling us that we are converting from a situation where we thought we could shut everything down and be done, get immunity, get a vaccine, and so on, to a situation where we're going to end up in a sort of annual, probably sort of flu vaccine-like environment where we're constantly trying to press down the numbers on this vaccine and then come back, the next year with a new vaccine. Let's see. Let me take this moment to ask everybody to like and subscribe, and so on and so on and so on. Let's see, a couple different things. Yitze is saying it's a tragedy for me to see that the dream is over. I don't know to what you're referring, Yitze, but I assume it's the dream of having actually controlled COVID. I think we're out of that. It's going to end up like the flu vaccine. The flu kills lots of people every year. We do a pretty good job of pressing down those numbers. And I'd like to point out that in this past year, there's been almost no flu season. The flu has been tamped down quite a bit this year, in large part because people are wearing masks and, doing all the COVID protocols. That should give you a hint to the fact that this COVID pandemic would have been much, much worse had we not done those things. It's hard to prove a negative, right? It's hard to tell whether what we're doing is working because we can't see what would happen if we weren't doing it. But one way that you can look at that is you can look at what a normal flu season looks like. People are used to sort of getting the flu vaccine or not. And the fact that we have not had anything like a normal flu season means that people are doing what they need to do to try and tamp this thing down. Yitze says he was referring to Milli Vanilli. Clearly, I'm not a fan of the band or know the epic classic. I do know, girl, you know it's true. Hoo. I love you. My boyfriend in, I think, the 11th grade won that Milli Vanilli tape on the radio. So I do know that. Let's see. Let's do some more reporting, shall we? We also have, at this hour, in fact, there has begun in the United States Capitol, I believe on the Senate side, a testimony about what happened on January 6th at the U.S. Capitol during the counting of Electoral College votes. That is being live streamed. I'm sure it is not as exciting as you might think because any congressional hearing often becomes boring. But at this moment, we have Captain Carnicia Mendoza talking about what happened on the 6th. And we also have quite a few confirmation hearings happening in the United States Capitol in these days, as you would expect at the beginning of a presidency. Let's see. What else do we have going on? This is just a quick update for everybody. Let's see. Pfizer and Moderna are pledging massive boosts in the number of vaccines that they are rolling out, which perhaps will help things a little bit. Good morning, Life with Matthew. Good to see you. And Elihu is asking if we'll discuss California Governor Gavin Newsom and his recent stimulus bill. California is an interesting place, isn't it? It's one of those places that decides that it's going to be a republic, which is exciting. It does some things that other places don't. And that's an interesting thing. It's a little bit weird, right? That it also tends to do an experiment in what we call direct democracy. Those of us who cover government and are kind of used to the game of representative democracy often have some trouble when it comes to direct democracy. And what I'm referring to is California's penchant to put everything to the people directly on the ballot measures. It always seems like representative democracy is what we want to do, right? Oh, we want everybody to vote on everything. But you can also see the incredible clusterfuck that happens when it comes to California when you try and do something like put a budget to the populace. That becomes very difficult. There is something to be said for a measure of distance between the people and the government. And that is what we have when you come to a representative democracy where you elect people to go and do the laws rather than having the people do the laws. Good morning, Bird of Prey. I'm glad that you are back in bed. I hope Mr. Bed Tech Guy wore his mask. And I do hope that your valves have been all replaced. I feel a little bit like I was not quite prepared for this, but again, this is an experiment in direct democracy. Hi, LDG. Thank you. So let me. Oh, yes. No, that's NB Geeks. Sorry. I get it mixed up because NB, you're NB Geeks, and LDG is Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, and it's the geeks. The geeks get me messed up. Good morning, NB. I hope the packing is going well. I understand that you must be in the middle of craziness. I'm getting a on-air advisory from Mr. Elihu saying that there is a train crash going on somewhere in Texas. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Let's see. One thing that if you all are Streamlabs users, I would love some help figuring out why on what you're seeing right now, you're only seeing some of the chats go up in the chat box and not always, and then they go away for a while. So let's see, I'm looking into that in this moment. Elihu, would you like to, well, I don't even know. Okay, here's another thing. Since I'm new to Streamlabs, I don't even know how to bring anybody on my show. I was just going to say, Elihu, why don't you come on up and tell us about the train crash? But I don't know how to do that. Isn't that fun? I'm thinking maybe I need to figure out how to stream this thing as a separate camera over to StreamYards. Maybe Bird of Prey. Maybe you can let me know. Anyway, let me see what I can find out. Let's see. NB Geeks says the movers are packing and the papers will be signed by the sellers at 4:30, moving on Friday. Bird of Prey, you don't see any chat box on the screen? Oh, it's the black. Okay. The black area to the right of the screen that I'm in. That is exactly where I am. And NB is saying, use this link, but now you should see chat. Do you see chat to the right of me and then it goes away? That is what I'm talking about. Somehow I have messed up, I think, the size of the chat box so that it's sort of going away. I think I can resize that actually. Maybe if I do this, oops, then it got real big. I don't know. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? There's a chat setting how long the chats stay up for. Okay, let's try that. Interestingly, the chats are getting to Streamlabs before they're getting to YouTube, which I guess makes sense since it's all going through Streamlabs. Elihu says the driver of an 18-wheeler and conductor of the train both are okay after the collision caused an explosion outside of Cameron, Texas. Thank you very much. That is the news that we needed to have. Working on it. Always show messages. Yes, that's good. I think that might help. A little bit. Hold in the shift or control, I think, to elongate rather than enlarge. Yes, I have learned this before, my friends. It just takes me a while. I'm not using StreamYard, NB. That is why I don't know how to invite you or anybody up right now. I'm using Streamlabs, which is part of the problem here. And let me see. This should go. Oh, that makes it look weird, doesn't it? Let's do this. Yes, I hear you. Let's see. Let's do this. Like this. Whoa! Isn't this fun? I'm thinking I'm not going to do this for very long because it can't be fun for everybody to see me mess around. And I'm hyper aware of the fact that I am right now live streaming to YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. So let's see. Any other news people would like to talk about today? I am super happy to discuss it. Let's do one quick read over. Donald Trump made a statement to the Supreme Court that apparently is going to actually allow prosecutors to access his tax records. That is, again, this is very short. That was dissented. There was a dissent from Justice Thomas. There is some question about Justice Thomas's dissent on that. Let's see. A rare cosmic neutrino was traced into a black hole. That's exciting. Ghost particle. It slammed into Antarctica. We love our science news. Let's take some quick news from Costa Rica. The president of Costa Rica is excited about an international agreement to tackle biodiversity. This is coming from The Guardian this morning. And that is, Costa Rica wants a total decarbonization by 2050. They've got more than a net zero target, believe it or not. Costa Rica is an interesting place. A lot of you know that I spend quite a bit of time there, that I work on a program there in journalism. And it's a very small economy that is trying really hard to go forward in the way that many developing countries skip industrial revolution types of steps in development. So, for example, when I lived in Mexico in the 90s, I had a cell phone when lots of my other friends didn't have cell phones because Mexico kind of hadn't wired the whole country, and they skipped straight from, phone wires to lots and lots of people having cell phones. Well, in that way, Costa Rica is putting a lot of money into skipping the industrial step of, hyper electrification, going straight into renewable resources for energy, and skipping into biodiversity, making a bet. I mean, I'm not saying it's not economic. It is. It's making a bet that what people will appreciate in the world in the future will be their sort of jump in this way. And so that is an interesting thing. It works sometimes. It doesn't work sometimes, I can tell you from living there. For example, I don't have hot running water in my house in Costa Rica. Now, I've learned a lot about how much or little one needs hot running water. Something that we all learned at the beginning of this pandemic is that you can wash your hands in cold water and it works just as well as long as you do the 20-second happy birthday, whatever you sing, staying alive. No, staying alive is CPR. But you don't need hot running water. We have when I lived in England in the 80s, we had what we used to call in our house an electrocution shower. For those of you who live in Europe, you're much more used to these kinds of direct heating showers. You've got like wires in your shower, which here in the United States would be like, whoa, why are there wires in my shower? I have one of those. So I can take hot showers in Costa Rica, but we don't wash our dishes in hot water. We don't, we don't generally wash our hands in hot water, and it all works just fine. Let's see. I'm just going to take a quick second and look over the chat. Let's see. NB Geek says there's die. Let's see. We're enjoying it. Thank you. Thanks, Steve. Do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel and or Facebook and or Twitch. I have 5 subscribers on Twitch or something like that. So if you're over there, that's fine. Tell me what you think of this new exciting VHS environment. I figured it was the correct vintage for me to be using since I remember taking a pencil and fixing the tape inside the VHS tape to try and watch whatever I was trying to watch. Let's see. NB Geek says that a sheriff's department has found a 13-year-old who was with a 22-year-old. I'm glad that she was found. Elihu says Perseverance's descent and touchdown on Mars. You can actually see it for point of view. Actually, I would love to play that if I can figure out how to do that. Let's see, shall we? I think we have to add a source. Yes, we're going to add, let's say, a media source. That should do it. And nope, that's not going to do it. We want a window capture source probably. We'll do that. Let's see. Okay. Add source. And we will try show windows, blah, 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 blah. Select option. None of these. Control Center, Google Chrome. Oh gosh, I can't do this right now. Sorry, Elihu, I can't send. I can't add the video. Still working on it. Let's see. I'm just gonna double check some things here, see how everything is going out in the YouTube universe. Please send me any news in the chat. I would be awfully happy to see any and all of it. Let's see. Seems to be going well there. Oh, yep, I can see me. I don't love how it looks on YouTube, but you know, hey, who cares? We're going to check over on the Faceplace. I'm mainly streaming live to Facebook right now because it seems because I can. I'm not sure if anybody wants to see it. Looks like 3 people are looking at it right now. Hello, everyone. I do not know if I can see. Oh, hi, Kathy. Good to see you, Kathy Rogers. I do not know. I cannot get your comments over in my YouTube feed for some in the feed on the little side thingy over there. I don't even know. I'm like a weather person. I don't know which way anything is. So we're trying it out. Let's make sure that Twitch is going well as well. Very exciting. I do not know what's going on over here. I don't even know how to get to my Twitch channel. I'm just not used to it. You know who would know? My kid. That's right. Fifi Mandra knows a lot about the Twitch. Has anybody managed to pull up my feed on Twitch? That would be good to know. Channels, Seabrook, can't find it. Still can't find it. Oh well. We'll just see if anybody else can find it. That would be useful. Thanks, guys. So, let's see. NB Geek says, okay. Yosef! Hello, Mr. Yosef. Greetings from the future. Well, greetings from the past to the future. Let's see. Hello, Mr. CCDV. How are you, sir? Good to see you as well. Yeah, UCC says, I haven't had a TV in years. Well, here I am on your TV. Yep. And Bird of Prey, you found it. Thank you. I'm going to copy that and just give myself a little look-see over there. Let's see. Now, I want to once again say that thank you. There I am. Fabulous. Look, I'm out everywhere. I have no idea how many people are watching on Twitch. Can't tell. Maybe 1, something like that. Don't blame you. Saying all kinds of weird stuff. I hate looking at my face all the time. Oh, this is a question for everybody. Do you find it really annoying to sit around and watch your face while you're on Zoom all day? I certainly do. And I know that I can turn that off. You can hide yourself. But then it feels like you're not looking at what everybody else is seeing. And, whoa, did you see that? I got a new follower. Life with Matthew is now following on something. I don't know what. But thank you. That was the alert box. Thanks, everybody. And the Twitch comment did come up in the comment box. Thank you all for helping me with this. Once again, I'm going to say that once I get this all set up, I'll be doing this every morning, the Andrea Seabrook newsfeed. And again, I will be, this is all free for anybody who's interested. It will be very slightly more, professional than this. Thank you, Berta Bray. Look, I got another follower. Berta Bray. Bill is here. Hi, Jedi. The soup is sour and tainted, he says. Let's do some more news, shall we? I'm very interested to hear what people think of the Senate hearing going on about what happened on January 6th. I hear a lot of people on both sides say this is, some people say we have to know exactly what happened. We have to try people and get justice in order to move on. Other people say in order to move on, we have to move on. And I'm really interested to hear what people think of that. Oh, goodness. I keep moving the table. Hello, Mr. Latino. How are you, sir? A question for Latino, since I have you here. Are we doing Deadwood on Thursday? Today is Tuesday, Thursday. We leave, so I'm on my way. It is the big, I don't know what I think. Sometimes these kinds of hearings can be grandstanding, sort of virtue signaling, kind of partisan, partisan exercises. Sometimes they aren't. The 9/11 Commission, for example, under Kane and Hamilton, was actually ended up revealing a lot of very important data. Now, that was much less of a finger-pointy situation, although, of course, it became a very finger-pointy situation. But sometimes there's really important information that comes out of these things. It's just, I personally, okay, here's the Andrea take. You can't take it all. You can't take any of it at face value. You have to listen with your personal filter of, okay, that's just this person talking to their voters. That's just this person trying to get elected to a leadership position. This piece of information is very important, and I'm glad it came out. That sort of thing is what you need. It's not like it's all good, it's all bad. And it does seem to me that the situation on January 6th was certainly different than it looked at the moment on the cable TV networks. Some of it I think was overhyped. Some of it I think was underdone. So it's interesting to me to at least see these things and hear from the police officers who are in charge, knowing that they are going to have their incentive is to make it look like they had a certain position towards this. They didn't know or did know some things. So I think it can be an important exercise. I'm going to reserve judgment about whether it's a waste of time until I actually see a little bit more of it. As I said, it just started 50 minutes ago and probably late at that. Let's see. We have all kinds of fun stuff going on in the chat. Eli Hughes says, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi immediately approved the request from Sergeant-at-Arms to deploy National Guard during the Capitol attack, contrary to the GOP letter faulting her for the delay. Right. Anytime anyone is in these things attacking one particular person, especially a highly politicized, look, I can go like this under, look right there. Look. Thanks, Positive Candor. I assume that these things are coming through on Twitch, but I don't know. Hi, Mar. How are you? I haven't seen Mar in a couple days. I haven't been able to go to the backstage much. And for those of you who I hang out with quite a bit these days, I want you to know that it largely has to do with the fact that I am not home. I am actually in my childhood home right now in Annapolis, Maryland, on my way to, let's see, so we came from Costa Rica to here, and I'm also in DC with Kirk, and then from here, we're going out to Iowa in a couple days, where my kid goes to school at Scattergood Friends School out there, and then from there, I will go to Missouri, the University of Missouri for a little while, and then I'll be back in this area, and then finally I'll be back in Costa Rica after that. So the point being, if you're used to hanging out with me on the tubes, or the Twits or wherever you hang out with me virtually. The reason I haven't been at LDGs or on a lot of streams is because I'm doing a lot of a lot of you know traveling these days. I'm trying to keep a regimen of coming on live like this, and I'm trying to beef up my Streamlabs. I'm not sure anybody has said anything about my new overlay and all that stuff. It says Andy on over here, Andy on TV, low def, because this ain't no HD, my friends. Let's see. I am not taking Kirk to Iowa. No. NB. No. Okay. So I am from here in Annapolis, Maryland. I own a house in DC. Well, it's a mile outside of DC, and that is where Kirk is, and that is where I have a life. And but I live in Costa Rica. It's complicated. It's fun. Let's see. Life of Nothing, blah, blah. Who else do we have here? Who has to say things? Oh, Latino Slant asked if I am game to co-host on Thursday. Are you? Okay, for those of you who don't know Latino Slant, he's the most wonderful man in the world. Well, there are a lot of most wonderful people in the world, but Latino is especially most wonderful. And he is doing a Deadwood watch party every week. And if you haven't seen Deadwood, let me say this to you right now. It's the best show that has ever been made. I'm going to make that bold statement. And yes, I would love to co-host that with you. I'm assuming that the time that we're going to do that is still at midnight Eastern, which is a little late for me, to be fair, especially because we're leaving for Iowa on Friday morning. But I will make it happen. If there's any chance of doing it even an hour earlier, that would be awesome, but not necessary. My kid is waking up. Yes, I'm sleeping in the living room with my kid on couches. So that's part of what's going on here too. Let's see. I'm just going to double check the chats because it seems like I'm only looking at one of the chats at this point. And I want to make sure that I hear from everybody. Where are they all? I don't know where they are. And let me repeat again that I do not know, because I'm on Streamlabs here, not StreamYard. I do not know how to bring anybody up here with me. Oh, here we go. Over on Twitch, Life with Matthew is saying, I think the hearings are coming too late. The lack of transparency made an already hotly contested election a powder keg. All true. I am so straight with you, Life with Matthew. I think you and I are often pretty simpatico when it comes to these things. Let's see. On Facebook, we have, Timo Friedman is saying, seeing my face on Zoom after several minutes is distracting. So we're having like a bunch of conversations going on at once. Agreed, my friend. Super agreed. Let's see. Who else is around? NB says that Latino Slant has the voice and presence for this type of media. And he is just cool as hell. That is so true. Yitzis says, above the wire? I don't know, girl. I don't know. That's true. What Yitzis, I believe, is saying is, I made the assertion that Deadwood is the best television ever made. He's saying above the wire. I actually have interviewed David Simon a couple times, who made The Wire, and he is a brilliant writer. Obviously, The Wire is brilliant. But I think it's hard to put one above the other. But what I love about Deadwood, and if you come see Latino Slant's channel and come to our Deadwood watch party, which is going to be on Thursdays, you will hear me say this again. There is something so beautiful about the dirty grittiness of Deadwood, juxtaposed with the writing, which is like Shakespearean, literally iambic pentameter kind of poetry. It's like mixing a leather motorcycle jacket with fine lace. There you go. So I think, how long have we been doing this, my friends? I have no idea. Huh. How about that? It looks like, what, has it been an hour? Has it been 43 minutes? 43 minutes, my goodness. Just wondering how much longer I should do this, given the fact that I can't actually bring anybody on the channel because I don't know how to. It's exciting times. Exciting times. I just wanted to point out that there's the New York Times has a very important, hard-hitting story today about a 105-year-old woman who beat COVID. She's in a nursing home in New Jersey and says that that she beat it by eating gin-soaked raisins. I think everybody should go check this out. Very important story. Everybody go get gin-soaked raisins. Because that'll do it. Let's see. Latino slant. Yes. Latino says, sorry, can't change the time. 9:10 Pacific. That's 12:10. I will make it work, my friend. I will make it work. Let's see. We have a lot of discussions going on about the Commander-in-Chief and the National Guard. National Guards are state-run organizations by and large. Although they can be, well, the reserves and the Guard act kind of differently. We learned a lot about this, especially during the Iraq War when it was fought almost entirely with reservists. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, we can get into that, although I think not this moment, because it's too hard for me to do everything at once. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to stop this stream, and then I'm going over to StreamYards, and I'm going to start a different stream just on YouTube, so that I can. I'm a little wary of the Facebook right now because I have so many followers on Facebook, and I don't want to spam them, and I don't even know if I am spamming them, and I don't know what I'm doing on Twitch. And shall I keep talking about how I don't know what I'm doing? Yeah, it's not very exciting. Not very exciting. But it's really good to see you all. What I really want to do is start a different thing on YouTube, and then have some guests on who can help me figure things out. So actually what I'm going to do is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and schedule that stream so that you guys can, so I can give it to all of you so that you can all come over to there. Right? Okay. So we'll call it Tuesday, mid-Tuesday chat. Tuesday hangout. How about that? Hangout with Andrea. And we're going to call it, yeah. And we're going to make it public. And I'm going to schedule it for, let's see, 11, just in a few minutes. Today, scheduled start time, 1. Today is see, isn't this fun? Oh, it won't let me schedule it for later. So we'll just create the broadcast now. And I will be able to give you guys the link to it, both on YouTube and let's see, the StreamYard link so that you guys can, yeah, there we go. So that you guys, we can actually talk. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see, this is the link you need for that. Invite guests to broadcast studio. Okay. So meet me over on YouTube, on my YouTube channel in just a minute. I'm going to stop this down. Okay, everybody. But first I'm going to go in and say give you a link to the actual YouTube. I wonder if I've done anything weird by starting this when the other thing was still going on. Thoughts? Thoughts, everybody? Am I live on 2 channels right now? Does anybody know? Am I even here? Does anybody know if I'm here? Here it is. Okay. So this, okay, I am now sending out a link to everybody for the other YouTube stream, which I will be on very shortly. I just put it in Twitch for Life with Matthew and Bird if you're there. Let's see. Joseph Patrick says, being annoying on multiple platforms. Greetings from the Facebook future. Thanks. It's so much fun, isn't it? Let me write. Okay, now here's the link in Facebook. And now I'm going to put the link. I am still here. Thank you, Positive Candor. That is some positive candor you just gave me. Mountains of Elysium, how are you, sir? Greetings. There we go. So everybody meet me over on that link that I just sent, and I will post the StreamYard there as well. I'm going to stop this down.